We want to get started at 9:45. We're awaiting the arrival of one of our guests. Good morning, everyone. My name is Norda Seymour Hall. I'm Director for International Relations and Qualifications Division at the Jamaica Tertiary Education Commission. It is my privilege this morning to welcome you unofficially to this, our launch for the PLAR Advisory Certification Program. You are looking so lovely, and it is a beautiful experience to see you from up here. Now, this morning, to do our official welcome is our Executive Director and Commissioner, Dr. Damian Black. Please put your hands together and welcome him to the podium. Dr. Black.
Okay, good morning. Thank you, Mrs. Seymour Hall. I want to underscore the fact that although she said the unofficial, but it is a welcome that she extended, and I want to join with her in extending a word of welcome to each one of you. I concur with her that this is indeed a very pleasant morning. It is a positive experience. It is good for us to be here. I want to join with her in acknowledging the fact that you are looking good, and we anticipate that given this start in terms of your presence, the process will flow smoothly and we will indeed enjoy our time together. The Jamaica Tertiary Education Commission is being established by the government of Jamaica through the Ministry of Education and Youth as the body responsible for the regulation of the tertiary education sector. This means essentially, and is conveyed through three words that we use. We repeat one regulation, that is to say we establish the standards for institutions and the qualifications that they offer and award, ensuring that they are benchmarked globally, thus facilitating mobility of the stakeholders. We want to acknowledge the importance of this work, given the fact that it is indeed the first leg in interacting with external quality assurance. We know and have historically experienced that which is deemed the most important, namely accreditation, either through the University Council of Jamaica or the National Council on Technical Vocational Education and Training. And those entities have done some significant work through the history of their establishment, some significant work, trailblazing, etc. We are coming in on the back end, but as part of the overall attempts to reform the governance and oversight of the tertiary education sector. And secondly, with respect to the role of registration in dealing with the institutions and, as I said, the qualifications that they offer and award. This is important. One of the things that I want to just highlight and note is through the Latin America and Caribbean region, there are attempts to ratify a UNESCO convention on the recognition of qualifications. This document is designed to facilitate mobility of all the stakeholders. Mobility, whether for further study, mobility for returning and integration if persons have studied overseas and want to go back to their home space, and then critically of investment. Institutions look from time to time to make investments in particular areas, in other contexts, as well as short-term engagements through faculty, short-term engagements for professional development, and so on. And what we are doing at J-TEC is to support this effort being led by the ministry to ensure that we participate in this global push to formally document standards that will guide member states with respect to the institutions, ensuring that they operate and keep with certain standards so that individuals, once certified, will be able to seamlessly integrate, seamlessly move through further education and or the labor market as they so desire. The third aspect is development, and this morning's session and the course that is being launched today is one aspect of the development activities that we engage in, namely the development of the institutions in terms of their processes, policy framework, and the procedures implemented. Certainly we would interact with institutions through the regulatory and the registration processes, and we do want to emphasize the fact of development. Institutions have come a far way, and the professionals such as yourselves who participate in the institutions in various aspects, various assignments, carrying out certain portfolio responsibilities. We want to ensure that when it is that we speak to the standards, that the institutions as our partners are able to conduct themselves in keeping with those standards. We don't take these things for granted. And so we are delighted to have partnered with NCTVET, for example, and the professional, Ms. Berry, who will be introduced a bit later, who will be delivering this training program to help all of you to understand what it is and the paradigm associated with prior learning assessment and recognition. Now, we know that this has been a part or element of what we do as institutions through time, but we do not want any of us to misunderstand its importance and the fact that our Honorable Minister, Mrs. Favour Williams, is particularly interested in this program. So we want you to make use of the opportunity, not only here in this face-to-face portion, but certainly as we move forward through the online segment, but particularly, and I know that as persons who are whether on the administrative side or on academic, faculty advisors, etc., one of the things that you insist on is not only for your students, our clients, to join and to begin, but that they should also experience success and thus complete. So we want you to succeed through completion, all right? And so we want you to stay with us. We want you to hear from you any aspects of the process that we need to improve on, anything that we need to do to ensure your success. Please let us know. Having said all of that, I want to bid you a very special good morning again. Thank you for saying yes to the invitation to participate, and we look forward to what promises to be an exciting adventure together as we seek to facilitate our students and their desire to advance in their learning, advance professionally, advance vocationally, advance in their competence, utilizing this important principle of prior learning assessment and recognition to validate their prior learning, to validate their competencies so that they are not held back. In this way, we will be able to enhance our national productivity and continue to move forward and advance as a nation. So God bless you all. Thank you so much for participating in this process. I wish you every success.
Thank you so much, Dr. Black. Now, Ms. Ingrid Faulkner, the Executive Director of NCT VET, I'm going to read for you her message. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to be present with us this morning. She says, "Good morning to you all." The National Council on Technical and Vocational Education and Training is the national body authorized to award certificates to individuals who have demonstrated competence in technical and vocational skills required for the workplace. Therefore, we are enthused that you have taken this step to not only be trained in the Assessment Level 4 program, but also to become certified with the National Vocational Qualification of Jamaica. After completing assessment in all the required units, an NVQJ is portable as it is recognized by the Caribbean community and 53 Commonwealth countries. We welcome the opportunity to partner with the Jamaica Tertiary Education Commission and you as well in making a valuable contribution to human capital development. Let me encourage you not to stop at this qualification, but apply to the NCT VET for other qualifications. You can browse our website to see the available offerings or contact the NCT VET at 876-977-1700. Have a great training. And that is the message today from the NCT VET. At this time, we'll have a special video presentation.
Good day, I'm Gabrielle Thompson with an item of interest just in. The Jamaica Tertiary Education Commission, J-TEC, is reporting that persons who have learned skills and competencies through experience are now able to get qualified. This is done through the Prior Learning Assessment and Recognition (PLAR) component of the Commission's National Qualification Framework of Jamaica, NQFJ. The PLAR identifies, documents, and assesses prior learning. Getting qualified through PLAR is for persons who have gained experience in various jobs and voluntary activities through a hobby, interests, independent study, or through training courses. Assessing prior learning takes into consideration your portfolio, results of a challenge exam, and your ability to demonstrate your skills. The benefits of this component of the NQFJ include the elimination of duplication of learning, increases self-confidence in learners, validates learning through work and life experiences, identifies areas that require further study, and encourages learners to pursue further qualification. J-TEC says people who fall in these categories are capable of getting hired because they can actively demonstrate their skills through the portfolio of work they have developed. Stay tuned for more items of interest.
Call my mother for this. Hi, Mommy! Were you watching TV? Yeah, breaking news just came in to say that you can get certified based on your experiences, skills, and portfolio. You remember when you were thinking about getting certified in domestic work? Yeah, well, you can contact J-TEC because you've been doing this for a very long time. All you have to do is visit their website at
qualifications.jtec.gov.jm,
or you can call them at 876-977-5115.
PLAR news alert. Ladies and gentlemen, we now declare the official launch of the PLAR advisory training. We're going to be giving you at this time a little background, and we're also going to be looking at what it is that we expect generally to come out of this training. And so I'm going to share with you briefly. We know that PLAR involves the identification as well as the documentation, assessment, and recognition of learning that has occurred anywhere, whether it's formally, informal, or non-formal. And we also know that it is critical that all institutions are able to, through policy and through guidelines instituted at the institution, show that they have thorough knowledge and appreciation for PLAR. And so within our national qualifications framework, there is a section that deals with lifelong learning. And under lifelong learning, PLAR opportunities must be afforded. And so this training is the brainchild of all of that knowledge, knowing that the NQFJ must allow persons to enjoy flexible learning pathways. And with that, we've developed standards, and these standards will be demonstrated throughout the training. Why PLAR training? J-TEC wants each individual here to be able to identify the benefits of PLAR, to understand the role of higher education institutions in that process, and of course, to utilize the established standards and guidelines, as well as demonstrate appropriately the procedures that are required for PLAR to be implemented successfully. And some of the core values that you'll be instilled with are equity, inclusion, access, flexibility, openness, learner-centeredness, quality, collaboration, and competency, which must be the background of any program you are utilizing that embodies PLAR. And of course, there are guiding principles that you'll be able to demonstrate. And these are all listed here: accessibility, flexibility, reliability. And these are essential for moving our higher education institutions or higher education sector forward in Jamaica. Each institution, when this is over, will be able to implement PLAR standards and guidelines. You'll be able to comply with quality assurance requirements, and you will also be able to practice sound administrative policies. And one of the key things to recognize is that whereas you are institutions, you're also workplaces. And we want workplaces generally to be able to develop workplace guidelines for PLAR, align human resource policies and procedures to PLAR standards and guidelines, as well as contribute to occupational standards development. Pardon me, I'm struggling with my voice today. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are certain that you will be enjoying this training and it will be beneficial to you. We also plan to support you as you seek to implement. And we are going to be doing that by ensuring that you're all captured in a registry, you along with your practices. And of course, we'll ensure that we support the sector through research and through developmental programs. We'll also ensure that we make the necessary policy recommendations to ensure that after your training is complete, whatever glitches you have with implementation will be in place for your success. And so, enjoy your training. I'll add to the remarks that have gone already. And at this time, I'm going to invite Dr. Doseth Edwards-Watson. She's going to be bringing remarks on behalf of the head of our Qualifications and Human Capital Development Committee, Professor Halden Morris. Dr. Doseth Edwards-Watson is a member of our steering committee, and she's responsible for standards and internationalization. Please welcome her.
Our Master of Ceremonies, Mrs. Norda Seymour Hall, our Executive Director, Dr. Damian Black, our Facilitator, Ms. Sandra Berry, colleagues all, it is my pleasure to read for you the message from Dr. Halden Morris. Good morning, colleagues. I'm so sorry I'm unable to be with you. However, I'm indeed pleased that you have decided to avail yourself to be trained in our first group of prior learning assessors officers. As you have recognized, prior learning is a critical pillar in establishing where we have reached in our educational journey. Now that we have matured in our education system, we're armed with knowledge and know-how. We're armed with knowledge and know-how to treat with prior learning in effective ways. Your service will be most valuable to your constituents and institution. Again, we applaud you for taking this challenge and wish you the very best in this training endeavor. Professor Halden Morris, Chair, Qualifications and Human Capital Development.
At this time, I'd like to introduce to you a very important person, and her name is Miss Sandra Berry. Now, Miss Sandra Berry, she's going to be your facilitator today, and I'd like you to put your hands together and welcome her. She's going to give us brief remarks, after which we'll have the video presentation and then the vote of thanks from Miss Anthea Thompson. Thank you so much.
Good morning, Mrs. Norda Seymour Hall, Dr. Damian Black, and Mrs. Dosset. And to you all, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning to you. That kind of fenke thing now go work with me. Yeah, and that little clap. No, man, you hear them say me important. Eh? So you have to treat me like I'm important. So you first applaud me. So, and applaud me now that if at the end of the training it's not so good, I can still say I got a good welcome. So just to let you know, thank you very much. So you now are going to get more lunch. It is indeed a pleasure and an honor to be asked to participate in this activity. Thank you very much, J-TEC, for considering me. And I must say that education is a passion of mine. And I'm particularly interested in how we ensure that our citizens are trained and certified. And using this process of PLAR is one of the ways, as you could see from the video, that we are able to make more persons trained, well, certified in a shorter time. So for the period that we will be working together, we will get more into that. I'm looking forward to your full participation, to your enthusiasm, and that any little thing that you never think so good about PLAR, by the time we finish, you'll be running down the road and singing its praises. So I look forward to our time together, and I wish you all the best as we work together to implement this training. And just in case you never know, at this point, you clap me again. Thank you very much.
Do you have a skill? Do you have a certificate to show that you are qualified? A degree perhaps? Are you wondering what your qualification is worth? If so, you need to know about the National Qualifications Framework of Jamaica, the NQFJ. I am Monique Price, and I'll be telling you about the NQFJ.
It is a tool that classifies all qualifications in the country. It recognizes qualifications, knowledge, and skills. The framework describes for you what learners should know, understand, and be able to do on the basis of a given qualification. It was developed as a requirement of Jamaica's Vision 2030 development plan to assist in the transformation of Jamaica's education sector.
There are several benefits of the NQFJ. It allows your qualifications to be recognized in other countries.
It means if you earned your qualification in Jamaica, it can be legally accepted and easily recognized in another country. It shows the equivalency of qualifications across learning sectors and regions around the globe. It increases access to higher education through flexible learning pathways that recognize formal, informal, and non-formal learning. It sets standards that evaluate the quality, validity, and relevance of qualifications.
There are 10 established qualification levels, ranging from Access 1, which is basic, to doctoral studies.
The NQFJ covers all learning sectors including general, secondary, technical and vocational, and tertiary education. Plus, it allows for the development of prior learning assessment and recognition, as well as credit accumulation and transfer systems. All qualifications placed under the framework are national qualifications provided by entities legally operating in Jamaica.
For further details on how the NQFJ works, please visit jtec.gov.jm or call 876 977-5115. Go higher, move up the levels with the NQFJ.
Hello and good morning, everyone. And again, you're all looking lovely today. I would like to take this opportunity to extend the appreciation of the Jamaica Tertiary Education Commission for all the institutions, all the stakeholders, all the supporting bodies that have provided the opportunity for this training to take place. Particularly the institutions that responded to our call and our invitation at a very short notice. We appreciate your dedication to the endeavor, and we look forward to your active participation, involvement, and completion of the process. There is particular mention to the National Council of Training, Vocational Training, and let me call the acronym, NCTVET. We would like to thank NCTVET for their support of this process, for their guidance in how to proceed with the offering. We would like to thank Ms. Sandra Berry for her agreeing to facilitate the process and to deliver to you, our participants. We have over 14 institutions, academic institutions that have indicated their intention to participate. I'm not going to start calling names because I may miss a few, but I would like to thank you all. I know that you have very busy schedules, but I promise that this process will be beneficial to you, to your learners, and to your institution. Thank you again for being on time today. I look forward to your participation again in the process, and I hope that it is an enriching experience. Thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem. You may be seated. And at this time, we'll allow for a break. You may also enjoy the refreshments at the back, mingle a little, get to know someone from another institution. And in a while, Ms. Berry will be coming to you. Thank you so much.